I
There's a
have.
certain percentage of nonsense that the DM does have to witness ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. I have started recording on my end.
Okay, I guess I'm also going to start recording.
Recording.
Oh, let me put on my coat so it doesn't wrinkle on the fucking recording.
Probably a good plan.
It's gonna make rustle noises.
I'm so cold.
Yeah, it's fucking freezing, isn't it?
Got like dressing gown and blanket at the moment.
F.
Fine, well, over here in Texas. Crying.
Oh.
You say that now, isn't it gonna I bet you anything it's gonna snow if you give it a couple more months. Anyway, we're recording, we should probably do the clap.
Yeah, okay. Liz, you wanna count us in?
Clap. Liz, you wanna...
Yeah. I'm gonna count down from 3 down. 3, 2, 1.
That sounded in sync.
We're
Yeah,
so in
I
sync.
heard like
Pretty
the
good to me.
teensiest echo, but it was only like split seconds, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in that case. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Oddyssey. Today is a rather special session because we're all impatient bitches who want to get on with the fucking plot, which is why we're recording this on a Tuesday rather than our usual Sunday. Hi, everyone. I am Kai, your DM and God. Would our wonderful players please introduce themselves from the top down?
Hi, my name is Liz, and today, as always, I'll be playing Miss Foam Forrester, a little Malford druid.
I love her.
She is here, and she's just fucking simply sitting here. So much has happened on this evening.
I love
It's
her
fine.
so much. Hi, what's up? I'm Mark. I'm playing Biff Hitley. She's large.
Same joke.
It's great. Yep.
Same joke.
Every
Same
single
joke.
time. Love it.
Yeah, but this time she's sad, so it hit different. It hit different.
That-
you know?
She's a
Yeah,
little
that is true.
sad.
Big Biff,
Uh,
big sads.
I am Snail Comics. I am playing Tsugi. I will just keep on emphasizing the fact that I have never played a bastard before, but Tsugi is really good at being a bastard, so it's kind of weird playing him because he's very good at what he does, and I keep on going, but I want you to be nice!
No.
No.
Anyway, he's currently looking at Jeremy with a look of anger and a little bit of fear, so, you know, fun.
Yeah, I'm Jay. I'll be playing Francesca Elizabeth Steinbeck, who is really feeling the lack of those combat spells right now.
None of the wizards prepared any combat spells because they were expecting a day at work rather than, this. Alright, so...
Not even a single combat spell! You guys are so dumb!
Alright,
Do
let
you have
me...
any fucking help spells, or is it all utility?
I mean...
Excellent
Do you have
question.
any buff spells?
I mean... Let me actually have a look at the list I have. Control flames, mending, shape water, charm person, comprehend languages, alter self and detect thoughts, and levitate. So that's it. That's what we've got to work
Do something
with.
with hold person. You can probably do something with control
Oh,
flames.
it's charm person, so that's
Oh,
not
fuck.
actually
Nope,
good
can't do
in
that.
combat.
Sorry,
That's
misheard.
explicitly not used in combat.
Yeah, you can do something with alter self.
So
Not
this-
much,
this-
but it's
yeah,
something.
maybe.
You could probably give yourself yourself or some shit.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
that's true.
hate each and every one of you.
Or, I mean, you could just stomp the baddie to death with your hooves.
You're sorry to look at me, I will stomp you to death with my hooves. I have 2 of
Those
them.
are her hooves, you bitch.
Alright.
Okay.
Kai, do you want to bring us back?
Yeah,
into
I'm
the
fucking
scene?
trying, except you all keep talking. I love you so much, but we're gonna get nowhere in this.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I didn't re-listen, so I don't remember exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, in that case, let me... Alright, wait. Alright. So, you'll manage to finish in the museum. We're a couple episodes on from that. You were on a cart heading over to Giznep at the moment to gather up what was... Nope, sorry, scrolled ahead of my
Wait.
notes
Are
there.
you okay?
Where
Are you okay?
Sorry, did I fast forward a bit?
I think you may be dead.
Alright, no kidding. Y'all were heading down an ominous staircase. Where? So...
This I remember.
Sort of?
Yeah, basically, you've finished off in all the corridors, you've solved a whole bunch of puzzles, you've been given yet another really ominous riddle by the orator, except no one knows about it except for Biff and Dr. Boffin, because the rest of you were busy poking at the other automatons.
Do we have that written down anywhere?
We do not currently. Let me just stick it in the thing.
I would very much appreciate it.
I can't be bothered pinning it because, frankly,
Fine.
it's not super duper important. But for anyone listening, it was, "You've done well, young rook. Now it's time to descend. By hook or by crook, meet legacy's end." So, yeah, ominous as fuck. Then Biff put the final key into the center of the floor of the atrium, and then Biff and all her friends started going
All of
down
her
the
friends
spooky
are here.
stairs.
I still hate this. I still hate it.
I
And
mean,
someone's like was fucking calling out our friend, right?
Yeah, that was somebody.
Very specifically, as you guys were walking down, you heard this voice saying, "Ah, Jeremy, took you long enough." And the only person named Jeremy in this party was, Jeremy Boffin, this little round old human who has been very happily chatting away to Biff this entire time, up until this point, basically.
Liz, you said you had something to say.
yeah, that's where we kind of left off. I didn't even know we were walking down the stairs, but
I think I said, I think it might have just echoed up the stairs. Did it?
We're going down
Yeah,
the stairs,
echoed up.
okay?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, we're going down those stairs.
There's no
Either
way.
way.
There's no way that we would not be going down the
yeah,
stairs.
that's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny option is Biff pulls the key back out and the stairs
it just shuts.
ascend,
It's like,
and we leave.
no.
I mean, you can if you want. Nothing's stopping you.
Except for the fact that we can't leave.
Yeah, that is the fact that we are stuck inside of the house.
This whole place is just nothing but fucking puzzles.
So we just have to puzzle our way through it. Anyway, as we are going down the stairs, Frankie is assuming that Boffin and Tidbit are also coming with us.
Yeah, I think at the moment that voice comes up, Boffin just stops for a moment, and then Dr. Weird looks over and is just like, "Sir?"
yo,
Yeah,
can I
you
have
want
an
to
insight on
explain
his,
that?
on his reaction?
And Frankie's just going to be, "Jeremy, darling, do you have something to explain to us?"
Yeah, so if you guys want to roll insight, now is the time.
Yes, please. Yes, thank you. Actually.
Oh, good, I have a
not?
-2.
It's a 25.
Nice.
15.
Okay.
Could be worse.
A
Oh,
19.
19 for Biff.
8.
Come on.
Oh wait, I should probably roll one for Tidbit as well, shouldn't I?
Yes.
What's Tidbit's?
What have we done with Lockie?
Lockie ain't there.
Give Tidbit advantage.
about it.
Who's
All
Lockie?
of-
There is no
all of
Lockie in this
Frank-
party.
Oh no, we
all
lost
of
him. We didn't lose him. He left last time, didn't he?
He just kind of walked up. Okay.
That's a 9.
So, I'm actually gonna give Tidbit advantage because he knows
Yes.
Dr. Boffin really fucking well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's still
also still an 8.
Is he getting an inspiration point? Because it's his best fucking friend. Come on.
Alright, I think what happens is Tidbit's just still very, very shaken up by everything that's going down.
Yeah.
And,
Understandably.
So he's just like, what the fuck? Hey, sir? Please, doctor, please? What the fuck?
He's probably not even like looking at him. He's looking around.
He's allowed to say fuck.
Well, no, actually.
He's allowed to say fuck once a story.
No, Tidbit is like,
PG-13.
legally not allowed to say fuck.
Oh, he deserves to be able to say fuck. Anyway.
Tidbit can
His
fuck
science
once
allowed him
as a
to
treat.
do mad experience and say the word fuck. He can't say any other curses, but he has mad scientisted the way to say fuck as a tool.
Okay, yeah, you know what? He's fucking conjured
Let
up.
Tidbit say fuck.
Let him say fuck 21.
We are immediately getting off topic again.
We didn't
I
even
haven't
get to resolve the roles.
Yeah,
Sorry, please continue.
Tsugi, yeah, you get nothing other than Dr. Boffin leans to his stops and is going like, huh? Next up was Frankie with that 19.
That's not a 19.
Sorry, Frankie with that 15. I can't fucking... So last time I couldn't count. Today I can't read numbers.
That's okay.
With that 15, yeah, Dr. Boffin doesn't look too happy. It's definitely, yes, okay, it has acknowledged Jeremy. I am the only Jeremy in the party. Shit, he's probably talking to me. That sort of expression. Next up was, Biff getting a 19. I reckon you probably got this high because you've spent out of everyone in the party other than Tidbit, you're the person that spent the most amount of time talking to Boffin.
Talking is a strong word for it, but yes.
Well, having Boffin talk at you. So, Biff, you look at him and you can very much see that that's someone who is shaken up and unnerved, but doesn't really know what's going on, seems kind of just as confused as everyone else. So, yeah, you got that going on. And then with that fucking 25, Ms. Foam... Boffin doesn't know what's going on. Yes, that was his name. Yes, he acknowledges that there is something going on here, and there's a couple of other bits and pieces that he's just kind of mentally tying together. Because you weren't there to hear what the last message that the orator said before Biff punched it into a million pieces, you don't know the context of that, but you get this feeling that Boffin is in a familiar place, or at least there is enough familiarity for him to be unnerved. Not just confused, but outright fucking unnerved, because there's a couple of little things that he recognizes a little too much, and he doesn't like it. But as it is, he's just kind of frozen until anyone addresses him.
So you want to lean in to address him? Because right now Miss Foam is just like looking at him.
I think Tidbit's just kind of gonna touch him on the shoulder and just, sir?
Sir, doctor, do you want to go ahead and explain what's going on? Because they certainly know you by name.
Trust me, my friend. I would like to know as much as the rest of you.
Oh, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you don't know a
Biff
damn
puts her
thing
hand
about
over
this.
Tsugi's mouth.
You have to admit it does seem a little suspicious.
Well, I'm not denying that. I am definitely not denying that. But I do not like this place. I do not think that it is what waits at the bottom is going to be good for any of us. I do not think that at all, but what other choice do we have?
No, that is a fair point, but is there anything you might like to tell? Can you think of anybody who would be here who would know your name? Anything would be extremely helpful.
Well, it's not so like, my name isn't out there. I have many published work in academia, the sort of sciences and the magics and everything. I have written more than a
Any
book or two,
kind of academic enemy, then, perhaps? Somebody whose work you have gotten in the way of, or I know how academic circles can be, so...
Possibly? This is just like, I don't know that voice. It's just... all I can say. My name is Jeremy.
Damn.
No, Frankie
I was
just kind of like,
waiting-
no,
I was
you know
waiting
what,
to
fair
drop a
enough,
joke. I can't do
considering
it
that Boffin is fairly absent-minded as a human, just sort of like, just as the kind of person that he is, she takes that as just like, yeah, that seems basically right.
I mean, if you want...
Biff turns to him and goes, I thought your name was Boffin.
That is my last name, my dear.
You have more than one. Oh, wait.
This is like, I am Dr. Jeremy Boffin. You, what's
You
your
have
name?
3?
Yes.
Just like this decision of like, can we explain the idea of a doctorate to Biff?
I think Tidbit's just going to like, well, has anyone called you Miss Biff Hitley, was it?
Well, everybody misses me. I dodge out of the way.
Tsugi's face is still covered, but you can see that his shoulders are lightly shaking. There's a hint of humor coming back into him at this exchange, surprisingly enough.
Does anyone else have anything to add in here? Because I think both Buff and Tidbit are kind of just like looking at Biff, just blink, blink, blink. How do we explain this?
No,
I'm
just gonna
things going on.
I'm just gonna continue down the stairs. This is somebody else's problem.
Okay. No, the explanation when she said, "Oh, you have 3," and he said yes, that's enough.
Yep.
No,
Funny.
fair.
Yes.
We're ready to keep going again.
Yep. Okay. You guys continue back down the stairs. Like, well, not back, but you guys continue down the stairs, and you continue down the stairs, and after a while, you continue down the stairs,
Okay.
and you continue down the stairs. And at this point, it's pretty fucking dark. So, you know that ladle that Dr. Weird, used light on
Yes.
last session? I think he brings that out again just so you guys can actually see how you're going, because at this point, it is cold and it is a little bit dark, and you can feel it as you have descended into basically the depths of the fucking earth.
I was just about to ask, can we tell if because we climbed up out of the pits in the beginning, we've gone down further than those, right?
Roll me perception.
Ooh, yay, something I'm bad at. Wonderful.
You might be able to
And
get
you
away
can-
with survival. I know. I say this.
I also
knowing she
have
doesn't have it.
a -2 to survival.
I mean, you can intelligence your way down. How long?
That's
how
all.
far
That's
can you run?
that's an unnatural one. That's an unnatural
Spooky
one.
one.
I was just like, how do I want to take this? I'm gonna say,
You're gonna punish me just for not knowing
Yeah,
that we're low down.
I'm gonna say at this point, you're so tired. Yes, you had a short rest in the middle of things, but you've been running around so much and you've been going up and down stairs all day.
It's only so
You're
far that
pretty
calisthenics could take you.
Yeah, you're pretty sure at this point you are getting close to the core of the planet with how far that you have descended. Never mind just a pit. You think you're expecting lava to come in through the walls at any fucking second now.
Frankie will be on the lookout for any dinosaurs.
Journey to the center of the earth. Oh, what will be there? Not gonna sing anymore because that's backyardigans.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 5.
I think after...
Is there this is like a spiral staircase? Is it one where there's a hole in the middle?
No, it's spiraling, and there was a solid pillar center of it, but the pillar in the
Okay,
center
it's
is
all-
only
thank
2
God, no
feet across.
pits.
So yeah,
I
no,
can't drop anything down.
yeah,
fuck.
no, don't worry, don't. This isn't. You guys can't tell where this ends. You just know that it keeps going down. And also, Mock, I am not gonna make you relive through the events of the fucking staircase carriage. Do not worry.
Also, you got a
Thank
5 with that roll. You should be joining Frankie in looking for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I did a one for the sake of the audio recording medium. I rolled a survival for Biff. She rolled a 5.
So I rolled 2 hammer spit. Oh fuck! I have to do it again though.
Yeah, you have
I forgot.
disadvantage. Still
I
no song
forgot.
now. Okay, well you got at least one item out. Okay,
I've got. Okay, so I rolled twice, and then rolled twice again because I forgot. I still have disadvantage from those air pixies getting in my sleeves. What Tsugi has done is he has pulled out a torch and lit it. He now has 8 torches, not 10. And he's also pulled out a backpack, which is in his equipment, but he doesn't need it because he has a hammer space. And he has placed the backpack on the stairs, taken the flap in his hands, and started sledding down.
Excellent.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Bonk, bonk,
Shit.
bonk, 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 bonk.
Make me... Alright, there's 2 things. I'm gonna need an acrobatics roll, which is your steering, and I'm gonna
Okay.
need a Constitution saving throw to see how badly you get bruised.
All right, and I do want to mention the reason that he lit the torch is because he knows he's going to be faster than everybody else, so he's not going to be coming into it unawares.
Okay,
So,
okay.
sensible.
Are you holding the torch in one of your hands as you're going down?
Yes, the other one is holding the front.
Yeah, no,
of
you
his
have
sled.
disadvantage. You have disadvantage on your acrobatics roll because you've got one hand. Like occupied, so you can't steer as well. That's a nat fail. That's a crit fail. So yeah, give me
That
that.
one is the steering.
Yeah.
Right?
You're
I
lucky.
want this to work.
Okay, your Constitution saving throw is enough that you're lucky that I don't break your fucking neck.
It's fine, he bounce.
He goes down like 5 stairs.
Yeah, I think what happens is you go just ahead enough that you've managed to somehow bowl everyone else over with your steering out, because you never actually said that you were at the front of the pack as you're doing this.
Amazing.
Oh, no, of course not.
Everyone else either has to dodge out of the way real quick or gets knocked over. I will let you decide, depending on
I
what
think
you
it would
is
be
funny.
extremely funny to get knocked over, so Frankie's getting knocked over.
Yeah, okay. Like, it's the sound of fucking Skittles in a bowling alley.
He runs into Biff.
Yeah, I think what happens is you've then just kind of accidentally crashed into Biff, or like Biff kind of hearing the noises behind her. Turns around a little bit, arm goes out a little bit, Tsugi bashes into the arm head first, and then your legs go up in the air, and now you're rolling backwards as you're going down the fucking
Is this just
stairs.
like a snowball situation? Are we just...
It's thankfully not everyone else falls over. I'm not going to be quite that
Oh good, just us three.
but it's you
Okay.
get this moment of Tsugi spinning through the air before collapsing back onto the stairs and thunk, and then the backpack goes thunk, 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 down like another rotation of the steps before they slow to a stop.
You alright, Tsugi?
Yup.
Excellent.
Swell.
Frankie is just...
Just peachy.
Liz, what were you gonna say?
This foam is like a crab. She's like flipped onto her back and there's a bunch of little feet like kicking in the air.
Oh my god, no!
It's like in the same way that you have to flip horseshoe crabs.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. Somebody please flip her over.
I mean, Biff is just gonna like take one hand and kind of
Rotate.
lightly pinch her body between 2 fingers and just kind of turn.
She just rustles and just continues walking down the stairs.
At no point has your speed slowed or your animation changed other than to account for gravity.
When she was upside down, her legs are still going.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Frankie's just looking very sadly at one of her poor hands, and it's just like, I spent ages on those nails. She's
Amazing.
very sad.
Yeah, I think the 2 doctors definitely, like, pry themselves off from the floor because, yeah, they did not... Again, they're 2 fucking nerds. Do you think that they're good enough with dexterity to actually dodge? One of them has a -1 to dexterity, and the other one has... actually, somehow,
Yeah,
Dr.
decent.
Boffin is actually decent, has got decent dex.
Nice.
But he's human, so
Yeah.
Once again, he bounces.
he bounces.
Boffins bounce.
But okay, so I think all that happens. And then you're back to going down the stairs. Eventually, after a couple of minutes, you're gonna hear that voice again, and it's just echoing up from below of, very sorry about the stairs, Jeremy. You know how it is with sacred lairs and all of that. I know you know. And Dr. Boffin does just kind of nod. So does Tidbit. And he's kind of like, yep. It's like, it's helpful once you've got things set up properly and you can actually establish some better modes of transport than just stairs, but in the beginning, nope, this happens, yeah.
For like half a second, Tsugi was definitely looking at Dr. Boffin with murder in his eyes, and then like the camera pans over and you see that Dr. Tidbit is also nodding, and you see like he's still ruffled, but he's like, okay, it's not just Boffin.
Well, you've got to keep your secret lab secret somehow, and stairs are a very excellent way to kind of turn people away from the place, you know?
I could actually recommend a very discreet removal service if either of you two need to, pick up and leave at any point.
Oh, no, do not worry one bit. We have plenty of contingency plans, but
good.
This is back at the main lab.
I'm going to give you that number anyway once we get out of here, just in case. But it's nice to it's
They have a
nice
lever
to
for
say,
that.
you know.
Thank you. Yeah, this is just, they have a whole ass secret lab. They've got a whole ass business.
Comes with the territory.
What kind of scientists would they be if they did not have a secret lab in which to do unethical
Exactly.
experiments?
It's not unethical. Their experiments are very ethical. Thank you very much.
I think
And
there are
they
probably a lot of
transgender.
cartoon mice who would disagree.
And they trans my gender.
I reckon that Tidbit probably could. Tidbit does a little
Then
bit
it's
more
ethical.
transmutation
That
than...
is that's ethical, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, you guys probably spend at least a solid half hour walking down these fucking stairs. I think at one point, Dr. Buffin just goes, I am going to try something. 1 moment. And then he blinks out of existence. Tidbit... Tidbit doesn't react and just goes, we'll find him a couple of circles down. It's okay.
Does he do that a lot?
When he doesn't feel like walking somewhere, yes.
Oh dear.
And you guys continue down the stairs a little bit longer, and then, indeed, Dr. Boffin is just standing there going, okay, well, I have turned out, if we want, two of us could probably get down a lot faster than the rest of you, or we could get up a lot faster than the rest of you, but it will take a lot of effort.
Well,
You maybe want to save those spell slots.
Oh, no, not a spell slot. Do not worry about that. Yes, this is, the perks of being a Sayakhanist are many and varied and involve a lot of teleportation.
There are many benefits to being.
there are some benefits to
what is
being a
it?
Sayaka.
Conjuration?
Yeah, conjuration, baby.
God.
But yeah, you guys spend a solid half hour going down these stairs before fucking finally everything levels out. And can I actually get a quick con save from everyone
Yeah.
here?
Sure. One thing I do need for you to know is that at random intervals, since it's an entire half hour, Tsugi does attempt with whatever he has to do a couple more ways to get down quicker, but I do want to emphasize it goes exactly the same as that as the way that he rolled previously.
Okay,
That's for the entire set of gags that he goes down the stairs, which means not effective at all. It's almost as if
that's a
he's kind of like
line for Biff.
out of tune with his tunishness.
Snail?
I really want to claim credit for that one, but I just walked into it. I am sorry.
You're allowed to claim credit for it.
We'll give
I
you credit
claim
anyway.
credit
Don't
for
you
it.
worry. Your brain did it. Your brain did it unconsciously.
Excellent. I am gonna need. Alright, you're gonna be taking some bludgeoning damage. I'm very sorry. But it's not gonna be much. Alright,
Wow.
you have gathered 4 hit points worth of bruises from your various attempts to go faster.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's fine. You're a monk. You're fine.
Literally everyone other than Ms. Foam has rolled shit on their con saves.
I got to 7.
I was God, now I'm just kind of going, do I hurt you this much?
Yes.
Yeah, I
No.
Do
think
whatever you feel is right, Kai.
Whatever your DM heart desires.
Yeah,
You are in
okay.
charge here.
Everyone's going to be taking 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh,
then
boy.
please
Skirt.
make note of this. You guys encouraged me.
No, I'm
You
joking. No,
specifically
I did
encouraged
not.
me.
I'm joking. It's
Do
fine.
not blame me for this.
So everyone's taking 11 of exhaustion. You guys should all only be at level 1 at this point in time, which means you're going to have disadvantage on ability checks.
Great.
Do I take a point of exhaustion?
No, you don't, because Ms. Foam paced herself and just continued going down those stairs like a champ.
Maybe
Dude.
So did all the others. Tsugi was the only one that was a dick.
No, everyone got tired from. Actually, I really need to do fucking con saves.
It's
from the
because
wizards.
we rolled bad. That's just how D&D
yeah.
works.
I'm sorry, I got myself confused. You're totally right. My brain got scrambled.
All right, that's Boffin. Boffin does not take any exhaustion. And Tidbit doesn't
probably
take any
keep some.
exhaustion. So the scientists are fine. It's cool.
Oh, good for
Hey,
them.
Buffy,
Probably
no, he's like
teleported
doing
down
teleporting half the
together,
time at this point.
like jerks.
The nerds are fine.
Shared with each other and nobody else.
Yeah, okay. So
They
when
obviously offered to share with Tsugi, and he turned them down.
all right. So when I say everyone, I mean specifically Tsugi, Frankie, and Biff. It's been a long walk, and it has
It's
been.
been a long day.
Yeah. So even with the rest that you had earlier, the fact that you had to stop to shovel coal for a while, yeah, you're all pretty fucking tired. All right. So you get to the bottom finally, and you are presented with yet another door. And can I get a perception check from you, please?
Yeah.
Is it a perception to see where I'm going to hit the door?
Yeah.
I mean, that if you want, okay.
This -2 joke is
Also,
getting
I was
very
gonna say,
thin.
perception counts as a spell, so anyone with exhaustion, you have
An ability check.
ability check, and skill. So anyone, you have disadvantage. I'm sorry.
I
When
hate
people
this so
roll
much.
with this, there's a way to do it
I'm going
so that it
unnatural
rolls
one.
2 separate dice, right? You can have it do it twice. Do you know the command for that?
Yeah, I can like do an example after I roll.
Like once, yeah, it's
Please do.
D20
If,
minus. Like-
Perception.
So you,
Yes,
oh, yeah.
yeah.
That
Okay,
basically-
with the
Exactly.
semi-colon.
So that was actually that was just a nothing roll I was doing as an example. The doctors are only gonna do
Like
shit
this.
if you guys all roll absolutely atrociously,
Oh,
Which
the
we
lower
are.
one is a 2.
which
Uh-huh.
everyone does except for
Foam is really the
Okay,
MVP
yeah.
of this
No,
at the
I will
moment.
that's a lie. Frankly, not Frankie. Sorry, Tsugi. Technically, you got just high enough to spot this as well because this was a really, really low check. You guys, yeah, you see the door. You also noticed in the top little corner of this little area, antechamber, little sub-room that you are in, you see a small pipe with kind of a little loudspeaker. It curves out and a little loudspeaker attaches, and it's just copper. It's just stuck up in the corner. It's not very big, but it just vanishes into darkness. And with a 17 on perception, Ms. Foam, you can put together that the voice that you were hearing earlier, even though while it was echoey as it was going up the stone staircase, did have a little bit of a metallic ring to it as well. So you can put together that is probably where the voice was coming from. You also notice that you're also the first person to take notice that on the door, carved into the heavy old wood, is one more set of runes.
Oh no.
So, let me stick that into the chat. Where did I fucking put it?
Gimme all those runes.
You guys get... Hey, laptop, please unfreeze so that I can put this into the chat. You guys get this! Which I know that technically you as players have kind of seen before. I did make a slight adjustment because I forgot to add something. But you get two symbols, nice and large. Some of them you've seen before. The one at the top is the weird drop with the line through it, and up in the top corner of it is the symbol for Virgo, which you have worked out in the past is the symbol for distillation. So, a distillation of the drop of whatever the fuck that stuff is. And then at the bottom, apparently this makes a very strange symbol, which you're not entirely sure about, unless you guys want to roll history and or check the books. But it's a circle, a small circle inside a square, and that square is inside a triangle, and that triangle is inside a larger circle.
It looks like the Harry Potter symbol.
We want to
one?
check
Yes and
the
no.
books. We deeply want to check the books.
Frankie's the one who has the books. Frankie also rolled an unnatural 1.
No, that was for your
Miss
perception.
Home, make Frankie check the books.
I was going to say, give me an investigation roll if you want to go flip through the books really quickly.
I've got the books. Does that count as a skill check? If I've got a book, can I argue that I've used repeatedly? Can I argue that negates the disadvantage?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yo, it looks
basically.
like shapes to me. They got shapes in there.
What's that again? The investigation.
Yes.
9.
A 9 is actually just high enough, although I'm going to say it takes you some time to flip through this.
She's tired and it's dark.
Yeah, you don't have much light. You have to kind of wave Tidbit over to hold the ladle just above you guys. But you managed to find this in a separate section because it's not a process or an ingredient symbol like a lot of the other things you have. This is this is special in that it is a frequently used symbol for the Philosopher's Stone.
Wow, what a revelation.
Yeah, it's not like you guys had already worked this out,
Amazing.
because I wanted to show you guys because I wanted feedback and I wanted to...
In all fairness, you didn't just show us it. We did figure it out just off camera, and then you were like, "Yes, here, look at this cool thing."
Yeah.
And by we mean not Snail. Snail was useless in this figuring out process. I have many brain
you
cells,
are
but not
vital
for
to
this.
the process.
You are vital to the process.
Yeah, and to be fair, you do not yet have confirmation of what that top one is. You have strong suspicions, but you don't yet have confirmation. Because the weird drop symbol is one that you couldn't find in the book.
Juice.
I can work it out from context. It's the juice.
Alright. So,
Well, I don't think this is very good.
You said you had to. No, don't know. When this from the Philosopher's Stone is? I forgot who did it.
So you guys are telling me this guy's trying to get a rock? There's rocks everywhere.
Biff. Biff. Okay, look at me. Look at me.
Yeah.
You know how you can pick up a rock, and it's a rock,
Yeah.
but you have to steal a diamond? Because the diamond is money, but the rock is just a rock?
Yeah, but those are different things.
Exactly. This kind of rock is a different kind of rock than a rock you just pick up.
But it's a rock.
Different kind of rock, like a diamond.
But a diamond is a diamond.
Tsugi sort of stops. You see his entire face just shrink, and he's like, Lockie never told you that diamonds are also rocks? And with that, I would like
Rocks?
to... Hang on. Can I roll perception to see if Tsugi notices that Lockie isn't here specifically because it came up naturally?
yeah, absolutely. Remember, you've got disadvantage because you're tired.
I hate this.
Suffer.
But I would
Double 20,
prefer
double
not
20.
to, but I will.
Double 20.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, that was Liz, you need to predict rolls more often.
To be clear to the audio audience, the first one was a nat 20, the second one was a dirty 20.
So, double 20s.
Was it on an 18? You rolled a 20 and an 18 on the
Okay.
dice.
So, with that dirty 20, yeah, Lockie's not here. And now that you think back at it, you don't think you've seen Lockie for the past half hour. So it's not just a thing of, oh no, yeah, he started off on the steps with you guys and just hasn't caught up yet. It's the last time you think that you saw him was maybe back in the atrium, and even then he was more hanging around in the corners, and he hasn't really spoken for a while. He didn't seem very interested in what you guys were doing other than just generally watching from the sidelines. Lockie definitely isn't here.
And Tsugi looks around, even as he's mentally going through this. He's still looking around and hey, Biff, with the lock And I think he's actually for once gonna shut up because I don't know how he would reveal this information because they're so close to the next step. So if they all get free with the next step, they're gonna go back for Biff because Tsugi is an asshole, but he's not putting people in dip asshole. I'm pretty sure we've clarified that. But
Yeah.
but he's also
all the
really
steps.
fucking tired, and what are they gonna do? Go back up the stairs?
I mean,
Tsugi, can Tsugi do one more thing? I'm sorry, I know I've accidentally taken the spotlight, but...
no,
absolutely.
this is genuinely really important. Like, Tsugi has worked this thing out, had a chance to think, so resolving it is genuinely important.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to see. It's gonna be another roll. Dang it. Can Tsugi circumvent a roll by asking Miss Foam why they were looking at the wiring of the circle thing so much, just enough to know how it works?
The wiring of the what thing?
The speaker, essentially.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's it's basically just a pipe like stuck into the wall at the top there. But yeah, if you specifically ask Miss Foam a thing, and Miss Foam says, then yeah, you'd know.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I like to imagine she was in the corner just looking at the pipe since
she just
Frankie,
walked up the
like-
wall.
yeah, just walked up the wall, and I like to imagine it's like she has the cantrip vine whip, so I just imagine it's just like a vine just out of her like the cave hole, and it's just like worming up
Excellent.
to the pipe, and she's just like banging on it.
Yeah.
She
Smack,
stick it
smack,
into
smack.
the pipe.
Yes, like
Oh
at
my
some
God,
point
I
it's
hate
gonna
that.
Thing is, if you are banging into it, something is about to happen, and then we'll get
Yes!
back to you in a second, Tsugi.
Like
I
Tsugi
think-
turns around and Miss Foam is just like whang.
Yeah.
I was asking how it worked, not to damage it!
But yeah, Ms. Foam, as you are banging on the pipe, she's like, could you, maybe not, please? Like, can you please stop banging the pipe? It's rather echoey, and it doesn't really help things coming through. And it's definitely coming from the pipe now.
Okay.
Oh, the voice is from the pipe?
Yeah.
The voice just said that?
Yeah,
Please stop banging on my pipe.
yeah, pretty much.
Tsugi has gone silly mode.
Damn it,
Oh
please.
god.
Tsugi nudges Biff. Says,
What?
I need you to see that pipe. I need you to find the place that's closest to my eye height and break the pipe so that the hole faces me.
What?
I need you for this pipe that goes into the place where the person is talking. I need you to instead find the place that's closest to my head level.
Snail, I think we've got a little thing. The thing is, the pipe only sticks out of the wall for like half a foot before it turns into the little megaphony type thing.
Oh.
I mean, Biff will try and do this.
Wait, stop. Hang on. Back up, Biff, come on, buddy, please, for me, come on, I'm still thinking, come on, please.
You want to reach the thing, right?
And Tsugi's really thinking. Let me explain what Tsugi's trying to do. Since they could hear it all the way at the top of the staircase, what Tsugi wants to do is get a message that's loud enough to get all the way to the staircase that says, Locky, Biff's down here, we're all down here, if you're sulking, we're coming back for you. But I don't know if we have the parts to actually do that. That's what he's trying to do, though.
I reckon
Because he
if
knows
you-
that... Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, if you break like the megaphone section of the pipe off and then just yell as loud as you can,
like
then.
through the megaphone, like using the part of the pipe as the megaphone.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think, because you know how, because I'm assuming right that this is sort of an intercom situation, and that it's the person on the other side who's going to be able to direct where their voice goes. So calling into the pipe isn't going to like broadcast it through the entire museum.
That's not what we're saying.
No, trying to yell it back up the staircase.
Like, it's an intercom system, but it's designed like a cone. That's what I imagine, like a cone. That
Yeah,
goes into the
basically,
pipe
we just want the cone bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
to make like a cartoonish like megaphone that we can direct ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Biff's gonna tear it off the wall.
Yeah, give me fucking strength roll or like athletics skill check, I guess.
Yeah,
But
I remember. Don't you worry. I remember.
thank you.
How could we forget?
Also, I deeply apologize if anyone hears any crunching. I am snacking on trail mix because I started getting low blood sugar shaky, which means I need food.
Yeah, it's fine.
How could we
Teen
ever
is the lower roll.
forgive you?
Okay, and 18, I think you not only break off the megaphone section, but also you just pull a chunk of the pipe out of the wall.
Great.
Cool.
Okay.
Here you go.
Gimme, please. Sugi actually said please.
Aw. What a polite young man.
But does Biff give?
Yeah, Biff.
Okay.
Here you go.
I thought you were going to say, what a polite young man. Biff doesn't give a single thing.
No.
I would say, from the hole in the wall, you now just hear,
Can this phone
it's
in the
sort of,
background roll hammer to try and find a replacement for the cone?
yep.
Yeah, it's called a plug.
I mean, the other thing is you can literally just put it back. Tsugi just needs it for a second. Tsugi is gonna, again, so his legs, his hands, and his face are still that pretty boy anime that doesn't move too much. But the entirety of his jacket swells up as he inhales, and then he yells. I'm not actually gonna yell because I love you guys, but please know that he's yelling. All right, Lockie, you numb nuts. We're all downstairs. Yes, that includes Biff, but we're all trying to get out. Another deep inhale. If you want to come downstairs, we'll all get out in one piece, but if you want to sulk, we'll still come back for you because Biff likes you. And that's the entirety of his message.
Excellent. Hey,
Aw.
Biff, you now know that Lockie isn't here.
What? Oh,
Well?
Lockie's gonna be so mad at me.
It's okay. That's why I got the message for you, bud. You can put this. Maybe I should put this back, but don't worry. I'm sure he heard it.
Miss Foam has like a piece of log, like hollowed out log, and she's trying to fit back into the pipe
I love-
system.
Excellent.
You let me at least try before we just start putting wood in there, Ms. Foam.
Scuttles down.
Let's let an expert do the work.
Oh,
That's
double
a 12
12s.
both times, and that's sleight of hand to try and like guide it back in to reconnect it.
Yeah, I would say that it works. It's not too hard. The voice that will come out now won't be quite as clear as before because you haven't put it back in perfectly, but it's enough that it's not just mumbled nonsense. And
Yeah,
so
sorry about that. Just had to talk to somebody who was having a little snit. Don't worry about it.
like I suppose I guess well, thank you for fixing it. I suppose this does make things a little bit easier. I am going to guess that you are one of friends that Dr. Boffin has decided to bring along, aren't you?
Well, we
We
will.
didn't get melted by dip, if that's what you're talking about.
Yes, we do have some questions about that. Actually, we have quite a lot of questions, starting with who are you and why are you doing this?
Oh, will be revealed or will be revealed?
I mean, can you tell us now, please? We'd rather have as much information going into your little puzzle dungeon as much as possible, if that's all right.
you really have no sense of dramatic flair, do you? Oh, I wouldn't say that.
None. Tsugi like looks at Frankie for a second because they actually made the same joke at the same time. He doesn't know how to feel about this.
Yes. Uncomfortable eye contact.
The voice just kind of just like pause for a second and just, well, doesn't really matter because, as I said, all will be revealed. And then goes quiet again. Tidbit in the corner just, well, I don't like that.
No. Next time we maybe need to keep them talking. If their attitude is anything to go by, I think they could be baited into a peculiar monologue quite easily. So next time, let's not try to upset them quite so bad. Do we know how to open this door? Is it locked?
Tsugi raised a hand.
I mean, Biff's head whips around.
Have any of you actually tried the door?
No, none of us have.
Of course not.
Miss
We're
Felt
tuned.
out to, but I was stuck between her opening the door and her scratching at it like an animal.
You can do both. You can do both.
Yeah, she forgot she had hands. She's having a kind of an empty-headed day moment right now.
I mean,
Like
there's
the-
a lot of potential trauma going on, so
A lot of
understandable.
processing that has to get done right now.
Mm-hmm.
We respect her so much.
She's only been alive for 6 months. This is quite a lot to take in.
so much. But yeah, Divine comes out and she's trying to like open it if there's like a handle or anything.
Yeah, there's one of those handles that are actually, it's basically just like, a hoop stuck into the door, and as you grab onto it and twist it to push a lever up, it does indeed open. This is one of the very few doors you've encountered that isn't fucking locked.
And of course, it's the one that we hung around in front of for the longest.
Yeah.
There's things
Yeah.
on it, you know. There's other stuff. We had our reasons.
This is how we do
Oh.
it.
It's just
Well,
So
something
wait a
that-
second. Let me. Mr. Voice inside the megaphone. Hello, Mr. Voice. Hello, please.
Megaphone.
Yes, it's a huge. And then he stops because he doesn't actually know what a phone is. Anyway, hello? I'm trying to help you, bud.
You get nothing.
Alright, in that case, he takes the megaphone bit back out and just assumes
Fuck
that
you.
through the door there's gonna be another one. So now he just has it. It's his now.
Add to your inventory 1 improvised megaphone.
Yeah, duh. Of course.
What is on the other side of the door, please?
Congratulations, you've finally made it to the massive ass alchemy lab that this whole fucking thing has been building up to.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, is this where all of our stuff
Ooh.
went? All the things from the tubes.
Yeah.
Okay, what does it look like? Tell us the thing.
All right.
I want to know.
Paint a word picture.
All right. It opens up, and while basically everywhere else you have been in the house above has been glitzy and like glamorous, you've got shining automatons, you've got beautiful paintings all along the sides. The most parts that haven't really been glamorous have been some of the rooms you've been in, like the side bedrooms off the hallways, which have been a bit dusty or they've had dust sheets over them. But all the furniture underneath, all the how walls have been painted, have been beautiful. This place, however, looks far more like a workshop than anything else. The ceiling is just a little bit too low, and you can see like streaks of like coal dust and nonsense stuck to the ceiling, and the floor is bare stone, cracked in a couple of places, dusty in other places, weirdly bleached looking in others where something has obviously been dropped onto it. You see there are rows and rows of benches all along the sides filled with vials and like glass bottles of strange liquids and weird contraptions that again look like a glass blower has had time to do them while having the hiccups. You get all that fun kind of stuff, and at the far end of the room you see a fireplace, and it is burning hot and bright, and I would love to give you some more stuff, but I'm going to need perception checks from everyone.
With disadvantage.
Probably some of you, and by some of you I mean everyone but Ms. Foe.
Yeah. Miss Fern, just like the reason why Miss Fern has gotten odd roles is because she keeps on guidancing herself.
It's a good
I
use
see
of
it
the
as share the
spell.
love.
That's an 18.
9.
11.
All right, 2. Not as bad as it could have been. Frankie, you barely even get everything that I gave you. Frankly, you probably get a little bit overwhelmed by, oh, this place is a mess. And you don't really get to take in very much. Next up was Biff with that 9. You get everything that I told you. You see the weird workbenches. You don't necessarily get to pay as much attention to everything going on as you would like, because you do have to duck your head a little bit, because the ceiling is kind of low. With that 11, Tsugi, you get what I've given you. And you also get to notice that around around where the fireplace is, you see a couple of more metal tubes that seem to be pouring directly into the fireplace, and especially one of them is a nice big square chute. And you can even maybe notice a couple of flecks of coal dust coming from that chute. You also notice up in the corner of the room is another one of those pipe megaphone things, so your conclusion before was correct that there were going to be more. And Ms. Foam, with that 18, you have a look, and you notice that in the fireplace, sitting at the bottom of it, you see, like, the glow of metal and the glint of something shining, and you look up and you see, hey, wasn't that the weird staff wand thingy that you got from the fire corridor? And it seems to, the rest of the fire does seem to be built around it. You also notice that some of the pipes attached don't, one set of the pipes doesn't pour into the fire itself, but is held above it as the fire heats it up to a glowing red, and you can hear the hiss and burbling of steam. As you look around the rest of the place, you notice that there is, again, you've got the whole mess of bottles. A couple of them are labelled, a bunch of them aren't. The ones that are labelled are done in very, very poor handwriting. You also, 18 is just high enough that you noticed as you were walking around the place, some of the, no, it's not cobblestone, but, the paving slabs underneath, as, that are acting as the floor, don't feel as well grounded as they should. It's almost like maybe there is something underneath them, or maybe they were added in later, or maybe just something kind of got dropped in on them, so now they've shifted out of place. And if you guys have more questions about everything that's in there, you will have to ask me, and I will tell you what you should know depending on your roles.
I'm so mad because I can think of a billion questions I would like to ask, and I've got some things that I might be able to figure out, but Frankie rolled a 2, so her priorities are going to be trying to generate a fucking organisational system for all of this. So that's what she's doing.
At least it's something, though.
She's going to mentally try and Marie Kondo this entire place.
Does this chemical bring me joy?
Yeah.
Tsugi is gonna roll stealth. It's only an 8. He is gonna try and immediately steal one of the most bright pink potions.
With an 8, I think everyone's got a passive perception above 8, yeah?
Good. That's actually a very good question.
I think Frankie is probably the only one that doesn't.
I was just gonna check for Frankie might not. Oh, Frankie has a passive perception of 8.
Okay, so, Frankie, you are the only person, because I got, meets it, beats it, so... Frankie, you're the only one that doesn't notice, which makes sense considering your role from before.
I'm so angry!
Everyone, you do see, Tsugi just pocket this bright, lurid pink potion. You don't get the chance to see what it was labelled, if it was labelled at all.
You should probably put that back.
Hey, I want a potion. Biff is gonna pick up a random potion.
Don't drink it!
You should probably put that back.
Listen, if Speaker Guy is gonna tell me to do that, then I might. But if Speaker Guy doesn't pay attention to what's going on in this room, he is gonna roll stealth again. He got a 19. He's taking
say that I noticed this. Because
It's being very loud.
I mean, can I argue Miss Foam can roll a contesting perception check because she didn't break like eye contact as you were speaking?
Ms. Foam, you can have a go at breaking that. Frankie, I'm sorry, you are still too distracted.
I'm so mad.
To be fair, though, I will not add a guidance because this was just in the middle of the fucking conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an 18. She doesn't clock it, you lucky son of a gun.
Alright, I would say an 18 is high enough that you're fairly sure that something's up, but you didn't see him take the potion itself.
Okay.
I will say some of the various containers that are scattered about, it's not all just potions, some of them are odd powders, or a couple of the ones just seem to contain weirdly coloured rocks, but everything is within a little glass container.
Oh, rocks!
Yeah, like diamonds, like the other rock that we're looking for. You gonna stop us, buddy, or are we just gonna ransack your whole place?
You seem to
Alright,
get the
but why
feeling...
do they need to get a rock if they have rocks already?
You seem to get the feeling, Tsugi, that the voice is steadfastly ignoring you.
Okay, can I roll investigation to see what's the most expensive thing in a bottle in this room?
Oh my god.
Yeah, please, you're gonna have to roll real high, though.
I sure will try.
As everyone's going around, even Tidbit has started going around the edges and, like, muttering to under his breath about everything that's going on. That's an 8.
So what do I see?
I reckon that's just high enough that you have found something in a jar. It is definitely a rock. It's it's either a rock or a mineral, you're not sure. It's growing in these weird cubes, but it's shiny. You're fairly certain it's gold. Not 100%, because you've never really just seen raw gold before, so you didn't know that already. Like, why did they make coins circles if gold grows in weird square cube things? But, like, you're fairly certain this is gold.
Okay, but I did see the golden leaves.
Yeah.
It's in a square cube thing. Hang on. Actually, everybody else go on. Give me 1 second.
I think this is the funniest joke that Kai has told the entire game.
Jay knows their minerals.
I do!
I know my minerals too, but Tsugi sure doesn't.
Not with 8!
Not with an 8.
Liz, you got to notice the thing, the loose floorboards and stuff, right?
Yeah. First things first, Miss Foam is going to take out a stick, hopefully. Actually, I should roll. Yeah, she takes out a wooden gnarled stick and is going up to the fireplace and is trying to quickly get out the stuff that she saw between the rocks and stuff.
Alright, when you say stick, do you mean just like one you'd pick off the ground of a forest?
Yes, but it's technically a quarter staff.
Okay. Because the thing is, the moment that you start going near where the fireplace / forge is, your stick is gonna catch a light. It's not gonna last, and like that thing is burning so hot. If as soon as you get near the fire, it turns light. If you're gonna stick it into the fire directly, it is gonna burn up more or less immediately.
Where? Okay. I feel like she is smarter than that. Maybe.
Also, I would just like to address Tsugi's crit fail on that sleight of hand, because that's not a 6, that's a crit fail. I think you drop the jar that this was in, and it shatters on the ground, and everyone can see and hear.
Tsugi, could you please not... We are dependent on the person who owns this material. We're dependent on their goodwill to get out, presumably. Could you not try to commit property damage? Just for 5 minutes?
He's sweeping it all into a little pile.
Genuinely, I am Tsugi, please, if you are ever going to listen to me now. This is the property of somebody who melted several people. I don't think that this is the kind of person that you want to be winding up, shall I say.
Yeah,
Please.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're really right. He is shoving it into his sleeve. The little pile that he made, he is shoving it into his sleeve.
Yeah.
Including the
Frank-
glass.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, excellent.
Frankie is just going to sort of announce to the air, I would like you to know, Mr. Mysterious Voice, that I am not associated with this man, and I have been trying to control his destructive tendencies for the most of the time that I've been here, so please do not associate his actions with me or the rest of my party. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Cut to
don't
Biff,
worry.
who
I'm
is-
a lone wolf, baby. I'm just stealing all your shit until you tell me something.
Cut to Biff, who had been ready to like throw a jar of something against the wall, and she's just frozen.
Yeah, you know, it's God,
Quietly, just puts it back down.
back.
Good job.
You guys are welcome to steal as much as you like. I am actively not going to stop you. The voice isn't going to stop you. In fact, the voice isn't actually going to speak up until, like, Dr. Boffin, after spending a while just looking around and also watching you guys get up to various shenanigans.
Biff definitely picks up several jars and like shakes them to see it turn pretty colors.
Nice.
Yeah, you do get some fun things. But yeah, Dr. Boffin is actually going to head over to where the forge is, and he's gonna, like, twiddle a couple of little dials and levers and everything there. And you hear, like, the hiss of steam as water was boiling in pipes gets louder, and you look above a little bit, and again, you've got those weird glass things, and basically, best way I don't want to describe this scientifically, but also that's the only way I can think of properly describing it. But you've got superheated steam coming up from the pipes, and those pipes are then going into glass, and then the glass is catching this to catch the steam, and then the steam is evenly heating this strange, dark, purple-green liquid that is swirling around and is being kept separate, that is being dripped down into this big vat held above the fireplace. And it's only as Dr. Boffin twists these dials that the steam moves and more of that liquid starts dripping down and out of those pipes and into a small container. And then you just hear this very, very quiet, fascinating, but, and you don't get more from him but that.
Even if we ask.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I feel like Miss Foam has decided not stick, trying to find like a set of like prongs or something to try and poke at the fire again.
Yeah, I mean, if it's there is some bellows next to it. There are also a couple of metal sticks and everything that are meant to be used to like poke at the forge if you wanted to use those instead.
Pokers, one might say.
Yeah.
Yeah, would Miss Foam be able to then listen to or hear Dr. Boffin like say that then?
Yeah, considering you're standing right next to him, you hear it very clearly.
Yeah. She will very gently say, "Care to enlighten me then, Doctor? Can I roll like a persuasion or something?"
Yeah, go ahead. I will say this won't be a very difficult roll, but go ahead and roll.
Go 6.
That's alright, you're gonna get a little bit, but not much.
Okay.
It's like a moment of which just like opening his mouth and looking down at the vial where this deep, dark, shimmering liquid is, like a concentrated liquid is dripping into, and just, well, I would say that it is nothing to worry about, but it's probably is. It is probably wise that you do not get too close or go breaking any of this glass.
I see. Well, I'll follow your lead since you have some information about all of this. And she will just step away. Like I think she just puts down her thingy and goes to the loose piece of stone that she looked at but didn't do anything with.
Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple of the tiles of the floor that are like that. They're a bit scattered around, mostly kind of in the center, but it radiates out a bit.
Okay,
I
can she,
imagine her batting at it like a cat.
Yes, I was a very crustacean limb comes out and she's kicking at it, trying to see if it how easy it is to move.
What,
If there's any...
It does. It's the sort of thing where if you stand on one side of, because these giant slabs are probably minimum 2-3 feet in diameter. They're rather oddly shaped. So if you stand on one end, you can see the other end lift up a centimeter or two, and then you go over and the other end rocks up. So a little bit like that.
Okay. She will say, Biff.
What?
Can you
Biff has
help
been
me?
making a little pyramid out of the rocks.
Excellent. Can you help me lift these?
Yeah. Biff comes over. She's gonna... I guess she's gonna lift some shit.
Yeah, I just want to see what's underneath.
Yeah. Should I roll the thing?
Yeah, give me athletics as usual.
And help action, so...
Yeah,
And
gets rid of
also
that
D4.
disadvantage. But yeah, I think as all this is going on, eventually the voice is going to be coming back, and it's going to be a little bit quieter this time, as it speaks into the air and just goes, Well, you certainly seem to be taking your time with things, but from the looks of it, you do seem to be getting the hang of it as well. I'm very proud of you, Jeremy. You are well suited for this place. So that's a 23. You easily rip out this floor tile, Biff. And you notice underneath is, basically just more sheets of rock. Again, these rather large little paving slabs, and because they're not entirely flat, that's probably why this slab that was placed on top of it is wobbling a little bit.
Alright, Biff rips out the next one.
Cool. The next layer down?
Yep.
Okay, you have to kind of move a couple of the surface level paving slabs out of the way first, so you've probably got a hole of about 4 of them out, and then you can lift one more from the bottom, and you notice underneath that is one more layer of slabs, except these ones look a lot bigger, a lot wider, and they're jammed together pretty fucking tight. I would not advise you to try and be lifting that one out if you wanted, unless you really wanted to.
Biff is gonna try to lift that one out.
Okay, you are bit by bit ripping up the floor, because to get to that third and bottom layer, you will have to take out basically the entire top layer of the slabs, and then
There's a hole now, and there's just slabs of rocks flying out of it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need one more strength roll from you, and this one, you can, if Ms. Foam wants to give you guidance again, you can have it, but you are going to be doing this alone because it's so big that, Biff, you are the only one to be able to do that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is roll 2, because now I have disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll these, and then I'm going to roll the 4 to add to whichever is the lower one. Well,
ooh! That was, both of those were 21s.
They were both 21s. They were 16 on the dice.
Plus an extra
plus 1.
Yep, okay, so...
22.
So, the way that I think... Oh, wait, actually, before I get to this, I want to ask, what is everyone else doing?
Frankie, when the voice was speaking, assuming that she has overheard, is she allowed to have overheard that?
Yeah, the whole room would have heard. It just wasn't quite as boisterous as before.
She would have sort of gone over to where Dr. Boffin is studying a mysterious purple liquid again, and she is going to make... They sound like they're trying to recruit you? Do you have any further idea who this might be, who they might, if they, it's somebody that you've met, somebody who, anything?
Roll me persuasion.
Oh, cool.
With disadvantage.
Oh, yay! Thank you. That's okay. That performance merited a disadvantage anyway. I'm very tired. It's a plus
Okay.
four.
I really love this voice. It's just like, hello, mama, let me whisper in your ear. Like,
Okay, but
how I do it, right?
while Frankie is doing that, can Tsugi roll insight on
Oh, not the extra.
Dr. Boffin, regardless of what their persuasion is?
Yep. Absolutely. You will still have disadvantage, though.
Yeah, totes.
Okay, that's a 17.
Damn.
Just D.
And I will mention, Tsugi is trying to
just
pretend
look
that
at
he's
this
still
roster, just
stealing stuff, but he is
Yeah.
glaring daggers at Dr. Boffin.
Okay, so this is fun. All right. That is a 12 from persuasion from Frankie. So again, you're gonna get a little bit, but not as much as you technically could.
Okay.
Mr. Boffin is again, like Dr. Boffin is again, like kind of quiet for a little while as he's just staring at that liquid and going, and then eventually, well, you say recruitment, and I wouldn't say you are entirely off, but also I wouldn't say that this is not something I am technically part of already. So this is,
Closer to an initiation, you might say?
well, that would be one way of putting it, yes. And as he's saying that, Tsugi, with your 17 on insight there, yeah, you are getting outright discomfort and apprehension from Boffin. He is standing very still, and considering that he is usually a very animated man as far as humans tend to go, it's very strange to see him this weirdly grounded and still. You can see his shoulders are tense, his arms are just are kind of held across his body, not crossed, but they're just held in front of him. And for a 17, the best way that I could go putting this is there is a little bit of temptation, of curiosity there that he is actively holding himself back from, because he's also looking at this jar of odd dark purple green liquid and seeming repulsed by it.
Tsugi's, like, ever since they said the name Jeremy, Tsugi, like, went from, yeah, okay, I'll humor Dr. Boffin, to, like, do not get within 3 feet of me, real kind, whatever the fuck you're doing, I'm not about it. And you'd have to roll insight on him to see it, but but the hair on his back does, like, settle down. His hackles are no longer raised at Dr. Boffin's presence, different word. And he sort of looks back at his stuff and busies himself. But he got the message loud and clear.
Does anyone else want to go acting on this, or did Frankie want to ask more questions, or?
Well, I suppose they're not going to be accepting any job applications then.
That is correct. Also, I do not think that you would have a very good time working here, anyways.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I can adapt to most places quite well, actually.
So that's true. You do very much seem the type.
Frankie is going to ask, what exactly are you looking at?
This is, well, I suppose that it was carved on the door, wasn't it? This is the Philosopher's Stone. This is eternal life. And at that moment, you guys hear something coming from the speaker, from like the speaking tubes. It isn't a voice this time, it's just... Oh, well done, Jeremy. I knew you'd get there in the end. Congratulations, you did take your time, but, well, suppose we can't all be me. But congratulations. Don't suppose you're ready to join me now, are you? And a panel on the wall right next to the forge opens up, and out steps this rather short toon. Looks kind of worn, but not quite. There's something wrong. The movements are a little bit too fluid. Like, it seems the frame rate is unnervingly high, and you know how some cartoons that have specifically been rotoscoped on top of like live action film stuff. Sometimes it can just look really realistic and really smooth animation, but sometimes it has that very slight jitter to it where the movements both feel too much and too little at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of short man walks out, and he's just grinning at Dr. Boffin and looking around at everyone, looking genuinely cheerful as he claps.
Looking at the hole where Biff is somewhere.
Yeah.
She might be too far down.
I mean, it's not a full hole. You're probably like only a foot lower than like the rest of the floor, to be honest. And he just looks
she can
around.
stand up straight now.
Yeah, you can. Your head's no longer brushing against the ceiling. And he just looks around and going, I suppose we don't really need everyone else here since we did get enough before, but it never hurts to have a little bit of extra material, wouldn't you agree, Doctor? And at this, he kind of leans backwards down the corridor that he's just comes from, and there is a lever there. And he pulls it. And can I please get a dexterity saving throw from Ms. Foam, Biff, Tsugi, and I need to do one for Tidbit as well.
Oh,
Not Frankie! Is this one also at disadvantage?
This is a saving throw
throws
rather than a
are
skill
not
check.
ability check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's do this.
Biff chucks another chunk of stone
Okay. So
behind her. She keeps digging.
yeah, this makes sense, considering that, like, Biff, you are the largest, you have, like, the best reach. Oh, wait, no, considering we're actually, I'm very sorry, Biff, may you please do this at disadvantage? I'm very sorry.
Oh, sure, cool, great. Yeah, no, that's no problem.
But where you were standing, just, yeah.
In a hole?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Aren't you concerned?
Okay, I was hoping that at least one person would get this, but...
Have you just dumped all of them in a hole?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, good! Why did you ask for disadvantage again? You could have kept one of them.
I could have kept one of them, but no, Biff was standing right in the fucking center, because you know how I said it probably wasn't wise to go lifting things up? Also, I think probably what happens is this all kind of happened as Biff was in the middle of trying to pry off that last layer of stone anyway.
I am not a smart tune.
No, you are not, because you know what happens when that lever is pulled. That last layer of stone, which you noticed was unusually large and didn't have the same sort of gaps that all the others did, it actually slides out of place, and you get this moment of, oh, have I lifted it out of the way? But no, it's just these two giant chunks of rock pulling apart so that the entire center of the floor of this place drops. And everyone except for Dr. Boffin and Frankie, who had been standing next to him, goes into the pit for the second time this night.
Pit
And
2.
at that, because we're basically an hour half into this, do we want a quick break?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aw,
Oh no!
wow.
There's so many bits and so many levers in this game.
I took
It's a fucking-
a calculated risk. But boy, am I bad at maths.
Oh, that's going in
I
the
will be right
bloopers.
back.
Okay, anyone that's gotta go get stuff, go get stuff.
I'm gonna stand up, have a bit of a stretch.
Yep.
Oh my god.
This is where I just scarf fucking trail mix.
I don't like this. Oof. I'm just gonna put some fucking apricots in my face. Ow.
Anyway, hi Lewis, how you doing? Having fun? I'm glad. This is an excellent afternoon. Good time. Everyone's having fun. Everything's fine. They're fine.
Everybody's so fine.
This guy really fucking loves his pit traps.
I mean, like, if you were a mad scientist, wouldn't you?
Fuck clockwork and alchemy. This man is all about pit traps and staircases.
This man has a trebuchet. We just haven't found it yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, I wish I wasn't. I wish we had done this slightly earlier because we just hit the point where where I know what I want to do and what I want to say, but I'm getting slightly stuttery and my brain keeps going blank and I'm like, no! I have good things to say and good ways of asking questions. But no, I keep rolling twos. Very cross about that.
I'm very sorry.
Because I'm like, look, you're describing all the stuff and I'm looking at it and going, like, I know what that is. I worked that out a while ago. I worked this other thing. And then Frankie rolls a 2.
I'm sorry. Also, I would just like to clarify, Lewis, it is not Lockie. It's definitely not Lockie. I'm very sorry.
We'd say if it was Lockie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know who he is.
Lockie has a completely different voice, I say, being someone who's terrible at NPC voices.
Listen, NPC voices are hard.
Yeah.
It's different enough that's clear to me, at least.
Yeah. It would have been funny. It would have been fucking hilarious.
It would have been extremely
Lockie
goddamn
discovered a
fun.
secret passageway while you were going downstairs.
He underwent an entire character arc
No,
in
no.
the meantime.
He just found the lift.
Oh, God. Let's go pee, because that's a good idea.
I'm just sitting here, eating all the white chocolate chips out of my trail mix. I shouldn't be doing that, but...
why I wouldn't... It is impossible to resist that.
Is the white choc chips are good?
I mean, you're right.
I love that, like, I'm accidentally playing into various character arcs, without even meaning to. And I say various, I mean Tsugi's.
You and I are going to have such a talk after we wrap this up. And I know we're not planning on wrapping this up today, but when we wrap this up, I'm going to slam into your DMs.
Being
But
light.
Yeah.
Fastest snail around.
But the other thing I do need you to know, is I will not force you to RP it, but Tsugi is first thing going to be going to Glorp, so I just need you to emotionally prepare yourself
Okay.
for that, because
Big issue. Glorps is currently closed.
no, totally. No, totally. After Glorps has had its refurbishment, and I might even give it a couple of days, because again, I know this is gonna be annoying as hell.
Okay.
What are you cackling at?
Snail is gonna give me the biggest fucking most annoying possible order at Glorps when they get the first chance.
Just for vengeance.
No, I need you to understand. I would never do this.
Entirely for vengeance.
But Tsugi would. If it was me, I would be like, I have already figured out how much each thing costs, so I can sell it to you for this much, and I've already calculated everything, but there's so many things that Tsugi has just fucking yoinked. I can't.
Well, what we're gonna have to do, right, assuming that we all make it out alive and we don't have to roll new character sheets, on the way out we just need to turn Tsugi upside down and give him a shake and see what falls out.
Yes!
I want an end of level tally of every piece of little knick-knack Tsugi has picked up this entire chapter, because it's gonna be incredible.
Absolutely. But also, I do need you to know, if you did that, Tsugi would slit your throat. So nobody's gonna be turning him over, because we do have to continue the rest of the game.
Consider,
And-
what if it's Biff that does the shaking, because Biff is tall enough that Tsugi can't reach her throat?
Tsugi can climb.
Not when he's held upside down by his ankle, he can't.
Exactly.
That's right.
Checkmate.
Sorry. Anyway, before we do resume, I do want to ask, how is everyone going? Where do we want to end things? Because, again, we could theoretically get everything done this session. I know for at least those of us in the UK, we probably need dinner, and to not fall asleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
was thinking if we could, like, depending on how quickly, like, how soon we could arrange another game.
Next game is going to be next Sunday, not this coming Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no,
Isn't
fair enough.
that
Wait.
the Halloween special?
No, that's going to be the week before the Halloween session. Well, not the week before, but it's going to be on the 17th.
Okay, no, fair enough. Just because, like, I really want to do this, but I'm
Wait, which
also
day is the Halloween
very
special?
tired.
31st.
The what?
I mean, we have a game planned for the 31st. This timing actually works really well, because if we finish things up on the 17th, that means
I thought we
I thought we moved it back
it.
one.
Didn't we?
Oh
no,
wait.
we did move it, like,
You moved it
because
because I'm gonna be away
Oh,
that
shit.
day.
Shit, yeah.
we moved it back ages, like a good while ago, I think.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
What do we know what day we moved it to? Like, we did work out a date, didn't we?
That's why I thought it was the 17th.
Did we just, I think, did we just decide that we were going to do 2 Halloween specials?
Because one was like the idea was posed of NPC crew on the 31st, but Oddyssey special on the day, like
Yes,
Maya.
yes, no, that was it, because
Well, I can't do a week prior either. I'm
I
flying on
also
the
can't do a
24th.
week prior because I have books on that week prior Sunday.
Okay. Okay, because...
That's why I was saying, we're gonna have to wait till November.
No, that's fair. Alright, we will look into... I think, yeah, then we've got to look into booking an Odyssey session at some point. Maybe on a weekday next week, while
Maybe,
Jay's
maybe.
still on holiday from work.
Would that work for everybody?
Yeah,
Should.
it should. Yeah.
I'll be real. Until November, I am free, pretty much, period. November is when my new job starts, so as long as
Okay.
we get any extra sessions taken care of before then, I can do pretty much anything.
Okay.
I'm only saying this just because, like, I really, really want to finish this game today, but I am glazing over so hard
Yeah.
just because of, just because of the time it is. I really want to. So, like, we can keep playing because, like, now that we have effectively split the party, if we want to follow the others through pit land for a bit longer, I'm fine with that.
Anyway, we'll worry about
drama.
scheduling after the session is done because we can sort that out and check text.
Yeah, but
text
for
afterwards.
the session.
Yeah, for now, I think we're not going to finish things. Let's maybe get it up to the point of rolling initiative, or at least just before the fight begins, and then
We get there at that
Yeah.
at that speed.
yeah, okay.
You
that
never
is
know. We stood in front of that door for a long time.
fine. You stood in front of the door for like it took you solid 45 minutes just to get into this fucking room.
Stop giving us stairs and doors, then.
No, I refuse.
I did send a message to Lockie, which is
I
more.
mean, we refuse to learn, so
That's more goodwill than Tsugi has given to people in a long ass time.
This
and
is
I
true.
refuse to elaborate on that.
Nope, that is fair. That is fair and valid. One sec, I just gotta check a thing. Alright. So, I think what is going to happen here is,
We've fallen.
yeah, bunch of you have just fallen down the pit. We're going to leave mysterious small man and Boffin and Frankie for a minute while we check on everyone in the pit, because you guys are falling for quite a while, and I'm going to be nice again and say that you're not going to take full damage from this because we're going with fucking toon rules, despite the fact that you're all, everyone except Tidbit is level 3, so you don't actually have the Acme effect yet.
Oh, do we not?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Nope.
can I say that right before they fell in like what's the word when you had airtime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coyote
Is that
time.
the word? Coyote time. Yeah. That Biff grabbed his phone like a fucking security blanket.
Oh.
Only if Biff also put their thumb directly in their mouth.
Does she?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Miss Foam, do you consent to being used as a soft toy?
Yes, absolutely. Squeaky sound the door.
Listen, she's about to fall. She needs some
Yeah.
kind of comfort.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay. Excellent, wonderful. I love you guys so much.
Meanwhile, Tsugi and Tidbit are left to the fucking wind, I guess.
No,
You're farther away. Miss Foam is right there.
I can imagine like Tidbit's just like, oh god, not again, is like kind of scrambling, trying to grab onto something. And then Tsugi, I can just imagine is like, oh shit, okay, fine. Just crosses his arms, crosses his legs, just waiting to get to the bottom.
See, now all
Yeah,
I can
pretty
think of is the second Bill and Ted adventure, where the Bill and Ted movie where they're like falling into a pit into hell and they just hang out in the pit for like a whole sequence.
Pit time.
Alright, again, you fall down a stupidly long pit, gods, and you eventually crash into the bottom. Immediately after that, you guys notice that the pit isn't entirely dry. In fact, it isn't completely empty either, because you can see stuff just bit by bit trickling down the walls.
Oh no.
And, can I get some, con saves, please?
Oh, I don't like this.
Excellent. Delicious.
Watch as I almost roll in the fucking hazelnut gallery instead of, where I'm meant to.
What?
Oh, that's a 3 from Tidbit.
Ooh,
You said
ooh.
con save?
Con saves.
That's a spooky 20 from Biff.
Ooh.
Oh, Tsugi.
Tsugi, please.
Tsugi.
That's
My
a nat
boy.
fucking 1.
My
Oh,
beautiful
God.
boy. That's a 9.
Sugi gets a whole limb melted
Oh,
off.
We've got some. Okay, the good news is this is trickling in very slowly. The bad news is, I can imagine that once you guys got down to the bottom, Tsugi just goes like, "Oh, fine," and is leaning against one of the walls. So you are the first person to notice it. As this acid starts trickling down the sides and hits your shoulder and immediately burns through the sleeve of your jacket where you had been leaning against the wall, and starts burning into whatever you have underneath. You are going to be taking a little bit of damage, not so much to begin with, for now, but you are going to be taking 2 acid damage. as this thing sizzles into your skin. And Tidbit is up next because as he's pulling himself up from where he splattered on the ground, his hands are on the floor of this pit, and they are going to be the first things to go, as he is also going to be taking...
Hi, you are one sick motherfucker. I love this.
Like, I'm not going to say his hands are gone completely, but the flats of his palms are going to be taking a fair bit of damage as he yelps and jumps up to his feet, going up on one little toe as it starts burning away at his shoe as well. Ms. Foam, you are up next. You will, thankfully, because you were actually being held by Biff, even after you've pulled, you are not completely on the ground. So I think what happens is as Tidbit leaps up, a single drop flies from his hand and lands on you, and you are going to be taking 2 acid damage. And Biff,
Does it burn a little hole in the little mushroom?
Yeah, I was about to say the mushroom.
And Biff, with that dirty 20, you are the only one to make the con save. You can feel it starting around your shoes, but you do not take any damage yet because you are tough. You can brave this out. You've got this. You've got this. And bit by bit, acid starts creeping in down the walls from the edges of this pit. You only have this tiny little area in the center of things that maybe has 0.5 millimeter of acid filling it so far. What do you want to do?
Biff puts Miss Foam on top of her head as a new hat, and picks up Tsugi and picks up Tidbit and puts them on each of her shoulders.
Stack 'em.
Stack him.
Question. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, I am gonna need an athletics roll from you there, Biff, please,
Sure.
just to make sure you can hold everyone.
Guidance. I don't think she can help actually, but guidance.
Guidance is good. Guidance is good.
Oh
Hang
my
on, hang on.
god. Oh.
24.
Okay.
This is absolute legend.
Dice Parser said you will roll 18s.
Yep, I fucking guess.
So it's a 23 and a 23. Do you want me to take the 23?
I think we'll go with that 23. Well, again, 24, because you've got guidance.
Guidance, yes.
Alright, so, going with that 24. Yeah, you can easily hold everyone, and they are just in this stack on your shoulders. I'm imagining, like, Tsugi on one shoulder, Tidbit on your other shoulder, and Ms.
Yeah,
Foom
she's
on
got
your
them
head.
slung over like a fucking bag of flour.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can hold everyone for now. You are not taking damage yet, but
Yet.
the acid levels are still rising.
Question.
Yes.
Is the top of the hole still open?
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes.
All right. Let me real quick check the rules for jumping. If you wanted to mention something else, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it is still visible. You guys were falling for a while. This hole is at least 100 feet deep.
Okay, so, you guys are gonna have to think of something real quick. 'Cause that's not my, forte.
Aww.
So, please do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Biff cast Bless.
Okay.
I bless up to 3 creatures of my choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw, before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. And that is going to be for Ms. Foam, Tidbit, and Tsugi.
All right.
It's concentration up to a minute. So I figure we won't last much longer than a minute anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably not.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So Tsugi has the monk ability Step of the Wind, where he can spend 1 key point to unimportantly disengage or dash as an action, but more importantly, double his jump distance. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to say, Biff, you know what a fastball special is?
Let's go.
Oh yeah, no, the smile that spreads across her face.
I am going to go ahead and spend one of my 3 key points. I will double that jump distance, and Tsugi still has his rope. Do you want me to roll history to see if there's something that he remembers in the room that would be strong enough for all 4 of them?
Yes, please. I think that's the close. Oh, actually, your choice between history and perception.
Okay, my perception's slightly better, so we'll see what...
Guidance, D4, go. And also, what was the bless again? Was it D4?
Bless doesn't work for ability checks,
was
but
only
it
saving
will
throws.
give you a D4 on saving throws.
Okay, cool.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna add the D4 afterwards, because I'm too scared to try to do it at...
That's a
Do you have an inspiration point?
Yeah, we're fucking spending that.
You spend yours.
We
No,
had
I
2,
got
swear.
2, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have one left.
Yep, and we are using that. And jump doesn't require a roll, so Kai, what do I remember that would be strong enough for all 4 of us?
I'm genuinely just thinking.
If you want, I can offer something.
I mean, there also could not be something.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking probably the thing that is gonna be the strongest is going to be the door, because that was big and old and heavy, and like it had been well and truly stuck into the stone there. So I'm gonna say it's a door that had one of those little arched tops. So I think if you got the rope around the top of the door, that way, the way that it's bolted into the rock is probably going to be just enough for you to grab onto it. If you had like another object that you think would be funnier or better, you're welcome to suggest it though.
I mean, the only thing that I was thinking was like a bookcase that's bolted to the walls because it's full of stuff, but I can see the door is equally stuck.
Let's go with the door.
Okay.
I mean, if you can find something that would support the weight of 3 people, that's also okay.
Rude!
No!
No, it's not. You would be surprised how not that is with 2. Well, okay. Hang on. It would be 3, but it would not be the 3 that Biff is thinking of. So just sit on that. Kai, what do you want me to roll to actually yeet the rope?
I think this...
Now, I have a question. Would it make more sense for Biff to just yeet Tsugi up, and if Tsugi can get all the way up, just kind of scurry along, tie it, and then
Put it down.
throw it down?
Yeah, that probably is going to be...
Rather than trying to do a lasso?
Didn't we establish this before? The rope is only 50 feet. The pit is 100.
Okay.
We did, because I remember doing this before when Tsugi lowered himself down one of the previous pits.
Oh yeah, and he nearly fell into the murder juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean...
Biff reaches into her hammer space and pulls out a hempen rope.
Yeah, listen. We're D&D characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody is gonna have rope.
A hempen rope.
Yep, okay.
Okay, that's 50, that's... I'm still gonna need probably both of the other characters' ropes, because that's 100 to the bottom, but we still have to get from the door to the bottom, not just...
plus however...
We are tying knots, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I recognize that this is this is Toon. I don't know if our kit is Toon, so like
No.
tying knots and shit isn't that.
I'm gonna need... Alright, so I'm going to be needing... Call it sleight of hand for the knots, just to make sure that you get everything nice and firm, and this is also going to count for, like, the lasso knot.
Guidance.
30, 20. Can I save that guidance for whatever
Yes, you
other
can.
throw didn't? Okay. So
Okay.
I know I have guidance and I know I have bless.
Okay, so, like, that was a 5. Was that? Or...
Yeah, that was
God
5.
fucking damn it. I hate this stupid shit.
You are...
You, Kai.
You
You're
know, you
wonderful
looked
and
at
I'm
the
glad
5 and
you're
you were
here.
like, no, it's fine.
Roll that guidance.
Oh yeah, because it might put you over a
9.
barrier.
Snail?
Oh, she did it.
Alright. Oh! 3. Okay, so that brings it up to an 8.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which is above a 5, yeah.
that's something. Okay. We will get to that.
Mhm.
Alright, so I think what's gonna happen here is, so you're gonna get Biff to throw you.
Yep.
What were you trying to do? Were you gonna try and jump up the wall just enough to lasso your way out?
That was my plan.
Okay.
Rather than jumping and landing and running, my
Alright.
plan was just yeet all the way up.
Yep. I'm gonna need athletics from Biff,
Yep.
athletics, acrobatics from Tsugi, and then just a plain old dex save, Tsugi, to see how well, where you have managed to throw, how well you've actually managed to throw the rope and get the lasso right.
Who wants the next D4? Who wants it?
Well, Biff is gonna roll athletics.
Mhm.
Well, do you still have the one that you gave? No, Tsugi just used
Yeah,
it.
Tsugi just used it, so she can give a new one.
What do we think
I mean,
is
we can
our
see
point of
after the
failure here?
rolls.
What's our weak point during this?
I mean, what happens if... one
Tsugi's
person-
making more rolls. Tsugi should get it.
Okay, yeah, Tsugi should get it then.
I mean, Tsugi does
Also-
have bless on the saving throw.
So I'll give
Also-
D4 for acrobatics for Tsugi.
Okay, I think,
Yeah,
I was
but-
gonna say, Tidbit's actually gonna quickly, is gonna lean over to you, Tsugi, and go like, halfway up I'll give you a foothold, I'll guide it to where it needs to, just get on it and get out of here so we can all get out, please. So I am actually going to negate the disadvantage for that acrobatics roll, Tsugi.
Okay.
Because Tidbit's
Alright.
gonna cast Unseen Servant, which is not enough
So
for
first-
you to support you, but it'll be enough for you to kick off against.
Amazing. So Biff athletics first.
Yes, please.
11 is the lower one.
Okay, 11, that's... consider... it's something.
Up to
I'm
you.
gonna just see how well the rest of these rolls
See
go.
how well the rest of the rolls go.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've already spent my key points, so my jump is doubled. So both from Biff's hands and also from the unseen servant, his jump is doubled.
My guy got ups right now.
Okay. I was saying, Biff, did you have... Okay,
Snail.
that's a crit fail.
So Tsugi fucking sucks is essentially what we all know.
Damn.
I said I've negated the disadvantage. I can't do much with a crit fail. Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to
Okay.
try and, alright, I think with that, Biff does an okay throw. Not a great one, but an
I mean, to be
okay.
fair, she's a little off balance. She's got 2 other people on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, your feet are starting to burn. This thing is
Yeah,
chewing holes
it's not
through
great.
your shoes. Yeah, and so Tsugi, you get tossed. You were not ready to get tossed quite this high, or actually you didn't get tossed quite high enough, so when you plant your foot onto the side of the wall ready to kick off it, you accidentally put it right underneath where one of the pipes is slowly trickling acid in,
Ugh.
and
Ugh.
you feel your foot slip, and it burned through the sole of your shoe. You are... No, with a crit fail, yeah, you should be taking some fucking damage. Take 1 acid damage as you burn the sole of your foot, and you fall back down. Biff, can I please get a dex save?
Yeah.
You are...
Don't forget bless.
Biff is not blessed.
Get a D4 because Miss Femme also has resistance.
Sure. Wait, for
Oh,
what?
boy.
Because she has resistance as a cantrip. She has guidance and resistance. Resistance adds a D4 to any saving throw.
Oh,
But
fuck.
again, it's a
I
cantrip.
love this foam.
Haha, haha. 11 total.
Okay. Alright, and 11 is just enough that you have caught Tsugi. However, I think to do so, you are falling to your knee for a second.
Cool.
And you were about to take some damage
Oh,
anyway,
paper.
but because of your feet burning through, but yeah, you just catch Tsugi. You fall to your knee before you manage to pull yourself back up again. You are going to be taking 4 damage, both on the soles of
man.
your feet and
I don't
your
get to
knee.
make a fun con save for this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
Where-
I do have something that Miss Foam could do.
What?
Miss Foam leans down to Biff. Haha, this sucks, man.
Does she say that?
No, that's just me.
Haha, this sucks, man. I can't do a Miss Bone voice.
But she will lean over and go, Biff, do you have everybody?
Yeah, Biff does like a double check. She like looks at one shoulder, looks up, and then looks at her hand where she's probably got Tsugi again by like the back of the shirt.
Okay, cool. Oh, and I should really double check the spell before I start saying stuff.
Yeah.
This works. Okay. She goes, Biff, are you prepared to run?
Well, there's not a lot of room down here, but I could probably.
It's okay. Just start running, and she'll tap you on the shoulder and cast Spider Climb,
Yes!
which
I
looks
love
like a
this.
bunch of foam just starts, not foam, a moss starts growing around the soles of Biff's shoes.
Oh, that's such a cool fucking flavor, dude.
That's so good.
Oh yeah, Biff does that.
And I
Squinch on the wall.
And I think
Squinch,
this is
squinch.
the perfect point as Biff takes her first step up the wall, still carrying everyone carefully, shifting everyone from her shoulders probably onto her chest to make sure they don't fall, because gravity is still in effect for everyone else. As that's going on, the camera cuts back to Dr. Boffin and Frankie, and this strange man who was just looking at Frankie and going like, oh, well, can't make pits big enough. Excuse me, would you mind taking a couple of steps backwards, please? Pointing towards Frankie.
I mean, I think I'd rather not. I don't think we've been properly introduced. Francesca Elizabeth Steinbeck, necromancer in training, and she's going to hold out her hand towards us, though, to sort of shake, and she's going to attempt to cast Charm Person.
Okay, well, I will say, this strange man is going to come forward and go pleasure to meet you, Dr. Elias Rook. And let me just quickly.
Oh, I think I've heard of.
What is it? Wisdom saving throw?
I'm not sure. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Okay. That's...
Oh, my brain. I'm still fucking wheeling from
Oh
that.
shit! That's only a 10.
Nice.
Oh, do I? Oh, sorry, I have to cast that.
No, I'm not making you
no.
cast. That's only a 10 against your 12 as your spell
DC.
We're not in
DC.
combat, so I think you're okay casting.
I mean, it's not. You're not technically in combat.
No, no, did that work?
Yes.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. You're gonna have to give me a second. I did not think I'd get this far. I was genuinely setting this up to fail.
Yeah, no. But I think I was gonna say this is Dr. Elias Rook. Charmed to meet you.
Oh, God. Okay, we're gonna have to take a second for me to think about what I'm gonna
That's
do or
all
say next.
I think at this, but the thing is, again, while you're thinking on that, you've got Buffer next to you who is just stone faced. He has gone grey. What did you do to my friends? Well, you see, this is all the stuff that I collected. And he gestures towards, the liquid that is slowly distilling and dripping into the jar that Boffin had been staring at. And really, so I would say that this is mine. However, there's plenty of chance here for you to make your own. All the ingredients are right here, and I did give you the recipe. And Boffin is just... I have no way to put this other than he looks... furious. Frankie, did you want to step in real quickly?
Yeah, she is going to step in, just sort of because given the way that Boffin looks, he looks like he might be about to hit somebody. And it's just that would actually not be very good. Oh, God.
Frankie
you're gonna
feeling
have
about
to-
the fact that all her friends fell down a hole.
I mean,
presumably to their death.
Listen, I'm trying to work out how to actually turn this to my to our advantage. I'm just trying to have a think.
Get him monologuing.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's a Jay is half asleep at the
I'm
moment.
really
so.
sorry, my brain is
No,
melting.
it's good. Just like, well, don't be so rash. I want to hear about the process first.
No, genuinely, actually, that is good. You know what? Actually, that's an extremely good idea. She's going to Sir Steph was like, no, there's no need for any of us to start to do anything we might regret. She's going to look directly at Dr. Boffin as she says this. Well, I mean, we're all colleagues of a sort here, aren't we?
Well, yes and no. I suppose you said necromancer, didn't you? Oh,
In training, unfortunately, but I'm on my way up.
Good to hear it. We all have to start somewhere. No, well, I wouldn't say colleagues as such. If you're wizard, was it? Yeah. Alchemist myself, so it does take a fair bit of practice to get to where I'm at, and I do have a different way of going about things. But I suppose we do have similar methods in some ways.
We appear to have some areas of research in common, though. If I was right about that recipe that you were talking about, and she's going to sort of gesture vaguely in Dr. Boffin's direction, the process appears to involve life force, life energy. How exactly are you doing this?
Well, it's the Philosopher's Stone. I've been after this for, well, centuries, in fact.
You're looking good for it!
I know. Oh, thank you. This did have did have a bit of an effect. A couple of changes and everything going on and all. I'm sure you can see. And well, it was everything with my the old body did have some unfortunate effects, as you did see earlier, I'm sure. But I suppose this is a bit of a difference in our disciplines, I suppose, where I am looking for eternal life, and I've got it. Necromancy is more just ignoring death, isn't it?
Well, no, not so much. I prefer to think of it as a second chance. It's a very... it's a very poetic discipline if you start to think about it in that way.
But I'll never need that second chance, will I?
Well, not you particularly, but maybe other people, or maybe you'll like to give other people a second chance after you've, thrown them down holes and decide that later maybe you might need them. Speaking of, do you think that there is a chance that we might be able to retrieve them briefly? We do. The thing is, we have spent a lot of time together over the past. It's just been the one evening, really, but it feels like it's been a very long time. Haha, meta joke.
No, I understand what you're saying. I really do. But absolutely not. You understand? I've got the whole family legacy to live up to, and while you are wonderful, I still would appreciate it if you went down. This is a matter of family, isn't it, Jeremy? I am not one of you.
Oh, are you two related? How?
Oh, you see, dear cousin Christopher, he, bit of a black sheep in the family. You remember him, don't you, Jeremy? Yes, it was very good. It was like my favourite uncle, if I'll be quite honest. He had much better morals than it seems that you do. I was like, I know, but the thing is, morals get in the way of things when we've got purpose. Wouldn't you agree? Haven't you ever... I ask you this question. I know for a fact that you have so many projects that you would do anything to go after, wouldn't you? It's like, not anything. Yes, well, we'll see what happens in another decade or two, shall we? When a couple of things don't always go your way. You've had it lucky up until now, Jeremy. And Dr. Boffin is once again just glare again. If looks could kill. If looks could kill.
While this conversation has been going on, Frankie would have sort of would have tried to judge from her standing position to how deep the pit is. I already know that it is much too deep for anything that... Oh, hey, you know what would be fun depending on...
timing.
I do have if it reaches the point where she can see the others Biff sort of like climbing up the...
I was actually going to say what would be a really nice bit of timing is just as you are looking down is the exact moment that you see Tsugi get about halfway up the pit before falling again.
Oh boy! Oh boy! See, this now because we've already established this, and I don't want to retcon it. She would have wanted to try and cast Levitate, because that's a spell that she also still does have.
Can
To
she do it
try
at
and
range?
give him like
Yeah,
maybe
what's
a bit
the
of a
range
boost.
on it?
Good question.
Because I think it's only 30 feet.
Oh, is it? I know that the
No, it's 60 feet.
it's 60 feet, but the thing is, it can only move a target up to 20 feet, so it would have given it, it would have given Tsugi a little bit of a boost. Either way, we've already established that's not what...
I think probably what would have been an excellent
And he's just up too high for us to reach him again.
Yeah, I think probably what would have been a moment is you see Tsugi just as this happens, you don't have quite enough time to cast it before Tsugi falls out of range again.
Yeah.
Because you would have had only a split-second window.
Oh boy. God, okay then. What to do or say?
But yes, like I was talking again, family legacy, and even if it is a split off branch of the family, and if you want to keep calling yourself a Boffin, I completely understand Jeremy. And Jeremy's just, this is like Dr. Boffin's just like, again, death glares. But again, we have so much here. You've walked around this place, you've seen it, and this is this moment of like, well, technically, regardless, you've seen what we've got. We need this to continue. And as we both know, gesturing at Dr. Boffin's, like, grey hair and the fact that he has, like, he is aging. He's probably, like, minimum of 60 years old, and humans only live for so long. And it's like, we only get so far, and, well... You've got unfinished projects, and so do I, and you know how much we could manage to achieve together. Don't you? Like, wouldn't be astounding? And I'll tell you what, if you wanted, your new friend here seems so charming. Oh, you could even take her on as apprentice. Wouldn't you like that? You already have an apprentice, thank you very much.
Oh,
and
do
you have
you?
just been trying to kill him.
It was like you and Tidbit. That's his role.
Less student these days. He very much has achieved his own thing. He is a master himself. But it's a fact of like always learning, always creating.
Yes. No, you can't invest so much time. I'm sure you understand this, Elias. Am I allowed to call you Elias? I'm so sorry.
Yes, absolutely.
Please call me Frankie. No, you see, Dr. Boffin here, as time is significant, is cheap for you, I'm sure, Elias. But as you can see, Dr. Boffin, Jeremy, has spent an awful lot of time and effort invested in Dr. Tibbet in particular. And again, whilst many people, as I'm sure you know, are disposable and can be are more useful for their component parts, there are certain people, once you invest them with the particular qualities, then you really can't go throwing that all away quite so lightly. She is going to trying to roll a persuasion. Do I roll a persuasion of some kind? To trying to get him.
Please, because while this guy isn't going to attack you as such, he's not going to do everything you say. That's not how charm
absolutely
person
not.
works.
No, but it's like I might try to get something out of it that will allow me to do.
Frankie is barely holding him back from being actively hostile.
Mm-hmm. I don't need the extra one. D20 plus 4, so I'm rolling both, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really bad.
That's only a 6, and I think
Wait. What were you rolling?
Persuasion.
You have advantage because he's charmed, so it'll be the 9, which I know.
I mean, that's a 9, so that's not an immediate murder.
Not an immediate. I do think his smile does lose a couple of teeth, though. So it's
Better than gaining them.
Yeah, and so it's just like, I get what you're saying, but again, immortality. We have nothing but time. Isn't that right? And I mean, I mean, you would understand, Frankie, wouldn't you? You're a toon.
Yes, well, there's been, I've had more than my fair share of experience with the ending of life and what happens beyond it. It does start to affect the way that one thinks about things after a while, and the impermanence of everything, you know, after even a certain... Yeah, she's not looking very confident at this point.
Yeah, I think he's gonna... He's kind of bored of you now, Frankie.
Oh, good!
Frankie, this isn't about you.
What?
I'm sorry.
Really?
Did you think you were the main character here?
Yes. She's not been dissuaded from this fact.
No. Well, you might now, as he kind of just like, yeah, he's turning away from you and looks at Jeremy and is just, Doctor, I have been watching you. I've seen how you interact with everyone. I've seen, again, you've made your living in, like, the most influential city in this astounding continent. We moved here centuries ago, frankly, and we have been studying tunes nonstop, and you have kept that up. You've been doing that wonderfully, and don't think that I haven't watched you want to be part of them. The way you act, the way you interact with them. I've seen a couple of the spells that you've picked up, and it's... Why wouldn't you want this? This is everything that you could want, isn't it? And can I get an insight roll, Frankie, real quick?
D20 is...
And I will say you do not have disadvantage here.
Ooh, this is not a difficult one.
This is very obvious.
Oh, but yeah, that's true. But also, I have a -2.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That's a
get him,
7.
Frankie!
Okay.
You know what? Can I use my inspiration point? I know it's a really... here's the thing. I know it's not mechanically a useful time to use it. I want story.
Yep, that's
Access
fair.
story, yes.
That's fair.
You're valid.
I was gonna say, can I actually also get a perception check from everyone in the pit?
Hit gang.
Pit gang, pit gang, pit gang.
Perception +2.
Yeah, let's not care.
I still have my weird cube, I've just noticed.
Yeah, that's gonna come into play like way later down the line.
Oh, cool.
Well, Tidbit doesn't notice fucking anything.
It's gonna be fair to myself.
He's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Fuck being fair to myself.
7.
Alright, 7 from Biff. Biff, you are gonna get a couple of things. 16 from Ms. Foam.
Ms. Foam has just been going so good.
13 from Tsugi. Surprising. Alright, so I think at this point, everyone down the pit, you've gotten more than halfway up. So I think at this point, actually no, Tibbet wouldn't even think to fucking teleport because he's just worried about staying with everyone else at the moment.
Oh shit, yeah, he can do that.
Yeah. I think Tibbet can teleport too, but yeah, so I'll start off with everyone in the pit. Biff, you notice, your perception check here is at least you notice the silence after that little question lasts a little too long. And there's possibly the mutterings of Frankie trying to kind of burst in.
Yeah, very much so. She is trying to regain attention so that she can, save the people she has spent her evening with. But
yeah, but you can feel, but like Biff, you notice that that ain't working. Tsugi, with that 13, you'll notice that as Biffin starts talking, you can hear a hesitancy to it. You can hear that his voice isn't quite as certain as before. With a 16, Ms. Foam, you're good at noticing things, and you're good at hearing people. And even though this was perception rather than insight, I will give it to you that you know that something is off here. You can hear the strain. You can hear that the spaces between the words don't seem right. And Frankie, with your nat 20, you will know exactly what is going through Dr. Boffin's mind as he speaks next, and I will tell you in a second, because right now, there's that long pause, and then... Not everything. Not my friends. Not people's lives! As he's gesturing at the vial of liquid. I am not one of you! Yes, I will give my life for experimentation. I will do everything I can to visit the other planes, to find new people, to see the world, to... Not this! And Frankie, you can hear that even during that outburst, even though it is filled with rage, with... Like, you can feel that there is so much in Dr. Boffin that is adamantly rejecting, that is violently rejecting this. You can just hear that tiny, tiny note of, but it's already happened, so why not? I could achieve so much with this. I could do so much. I don't have much time left. This would give me almost everything.
Yeah, Frankie recognizes that to some degree. So, yeah. I think also she is going to try and hit Elias Rook on the back of the head with her umbrella.
Yeah, get him, Frankie!
Roll to attack, and you have advantage because he is not looking at you.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's a wizard.
And I think this is also... Yeah, let's get this roll.
Sorry.
I mean, it is just your attack roll, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. It's because it's my quarterstaff, so it's
plus 3.
1d20 plus 3. And you say I have advantage?
Yeah.
Yay. Plus 3. D20 plus 3. That's good. Please.
That's a 22.
I smack him round the back of the head really hard. The idea is to try and knock him into the pit, by the way.
Yeah, I think he's standing a little bit too far away from it. But I will say that is enough that you knock him over. You will also need to roll damage here.
That's okay.
And I think that this is the exact moment that Biff and Co. step out of the pit. I know I'm jumping out. I know that Tidbit, the moment that you are within 5 feet of the top, Tidbit is going to vanish out of your hands, Biff, get to the top, and immediately be looking around for Dr. Boffin because you guys all heard everything that went down. And Tidbit may not have quite picked up on everything that went down, but he heard his friend sounding very distressed. And as you step out, you see Frankie. Wham! You see this strange tune fall to the floor, and that's the point where A, we're gonna need to roll initiative, and B, we're going to end the episode after Elias Rook has just taken 7 damage from Frankie.
That's that's possibly one of the. She's gonna smack him on the back of the head, just whack.
Damn.
And we're ending things there.
Okay!
To be picked up when we have our next session.
Oh my god!
Oh, great.
My nose and hands are all
Yeah,
tingly
you okay?
from getting into that because this is just what happens when I get really into a thing.
I fucking love it. Oh, are we rolling initiative now?
Yes,
yeah,
just so that we can.
It will make my life so much easier if everyone rolls
Initiative is
now.
also not an ability check, right?
No, it isn't. Also, don't worry about pinning it or anything.
At 3. I used up
That's
all
Miss
my good
Bomb.
rolls.
Oh no, sorry, that's Jay. God, my brain.
I need to do the 2 fucking scientists because they've got to do initiative as well.
3.
That's a
You need
negative.
one for your baddie.
Kai, I'm sad about Dr. Boffin.
20 minus... So,
I'm sad.
is everyone having a good time?
Yes. I like to feel pain.
I'm glad. Because ain't gonna get much better than this, to be quite honest.
Oh, good.
And I need to roll for this absolute fucker, Dr. Elias Rook. God.
Bastard man.
Bastard
Bastard man. Push him in the pit. Push him in the pit.
And with that, I will worry about getting the order and everything for initiative next time. We will pick this up. For now, does everyone want to say goodbye?
No!
Yeah,
No!
bye.
You can't do this to us, Kai! No!
Bye!